Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, JRC Restoration, Decor and Designs, and my name is Phyllis. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you how I decorated my fireplace mantle using items that I already had on hand. What you see coming up are Pinterest photo inspiration to kind of give me an idea of what I call assistance to helping me set up my fireplace mantle. Now, I chose these photos mainly because of the lamps that are on the side, and then of course how the garland is laid across it. Now, I don't have traditional garland. I don't have garland, period. But I did have something in my home, and this fireplace kind of reminds me of that, and that is the ferns, which I absolutely love how this is styled out. So because of faux ferns that I've had, I cut them up and I laid them across my fireplace mantle. I did not even know fern garland existed until I found these pictures here on Pinterest. So if you're interested in seeing how I put this together, then just keep watching. And I want to thank you all for stopping by. Hi everyone. I almost said hi Facebook family, but I forgot this is for YouTube. I was not going to put up any kind of Christmas decor this year because I'm concentrating on trying to get my house cleared out and cleaned up so I can kind of get ready for next year for recording clean and decorate with me videos. That's my desire to do. So it came to me last night. I wanted some kind of decor in my home. I didn't know if I was going to have time to put up any. I knew I wasn't going to have time to do blown Christmas tree and all that because of what I'm doing. And it came to me to use what I have. I wanted a garland, and I didn't have garland, and I really didn't have the funds to get the garland that I want. I wasn't just going to settle for anything. So being a DIYer, I said, God, I really want to decorate my home, and if not my entire home, at least something. So I thought about my fireplace mantle. It's the easiest thing and the quickest thing. So I'm going to be decorating that area, at least the fireplace mantle and the wall. So it came to me to use ferns. I looked on Pinterest. I always go to Pinterest for some kind of inspiration, and I put in fern garland, and it does exist. I didn't know that it did. So I had some, I'm going here to pick up some. I had a, well, let me put that one down because I started dressing it. I had, I don't want you to see it yet. I had fern sitting in, let me turn it around, sitting in this vase. So I took them out, and here's one, and they were like big stalks. So I started cutting them and leaving like maybe 4 to 5 leaves on them and straightening them out to, and I think you just saw a little bit of it, to make a garland. And I did it last night, kind of started last night and laid it out and called my daughters by video and let them look at it. And they thought it was a great idea. And it does look good. So I gathered some ornaments that I do have, and I looked on Pinterest and saw some fireplace mantles decorated with lamps. So I'm doing somewhat of a traditional flair because of the lamps that I'm using. They kind of remind me of candlesticks. So I was going to take the shades off, but then I said, no, that kind of gives the, I don't know what you call the flashback or old school of the style of these bell shades and these lamps that I have, and they're thrifted. So let me just show you some things that I have in mind that I want to do. On my dining room table, I shared this last year when I was doing my yard of these flowers that I've ordered, and I really didn't care about them in my yard because they're so waxy and so stiff. Now, I initially wanted to paint the tips of these white so they can look more like baby's breath, but that didn't work out. They ended up turning like a pink color. So I just left them as is, and it really turned out looking really nice in the fireplace setting. So I'm going to share with you how I started out. So this is what my fireplace mantle is looking like so far for my quick DIY Christmas mantle decor setup. And I like how the soft lights, the low wattage light bulbs, give that amber look, that soft glow. So what I did was I took the ferns apart and I left, as I stated earlier, about 4 or 5 leaves on each branch. And the way the branches are mounted on the fireplace mantle is just using Scotch tape. And then on the tip, you see miniature size Christmas balls. Because these ferns have wire in the middle of them, I was able to bend the leaves on the end of the ferns and just push the Christmas balls up without having to glue them, and that allowed them to hang. And then you can see where I bend some of the ferns to kind of give it that fullness so they can drape over. You also see the 2 lamps there. Those are thrifted. And again, they remind me of candlesticks, and I was going to take the shades off, but I just like the look of them. And then the mirror, that's a mirror I've had for years. I think I bought that from Family Dollar. It used to be in my daughter's room. I covered it with glitter around the border of it because it used to be just a plain gold. You will also see that I've added later on in the finishing product, in the finishing decor setting, you'll see that I've added a frame, and it's ornate picture frame. And I left it as is, which is kind of a rustic off-white finish. I got that from the thrift store. And then you'll see where I put a Christmas tree, gold ceramic Christmas tree that I purchased from the thrift store. And then I used, like I said, Christmas balls that I've already had. I stayed more with a neutral theme to kind of give it that old world. That's that old world look and feel. And I really liked how the fireplace mantle turned out. So again, I'm just showing you here just how it started out, and you'll see coming up the finished decor setting. So basically, I'm calling this my vintage traditional style Christmas mantle setting, using things that I already had on hand. And I really had fun doing this. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time visiting, please consider subscribing. And I would love to read your comments. And I want to thank you all again for stopping by.